Hello, welcome to Little Hatchlings Art Lessons. Today we're going to be drawing Celebrant. He's the Dragon King from Dragon Watch, if you haven't read that. Well, he's also in Fablehaven.
So we're drawing a dragon. So even if you haven't read Dragon Watch or Fablehaven, it's still a cool dragon to draw. Alright, let's get started. We're going to be using ultrafine point Sharpies, but you can use whatever you have at home. Okay, so we're going to start over here with the face, and we're going to make sure it's kind of close to the edge, but the wing is going to be coming out, so we don't want to go quite to the edge, just in a little bit. And so we're going to start a little bit lower than that because the wing has to go up. All right, so we're going to do a little horn going backwards. Good. And then there's this little like rectangle shape for the snout. And then the mouth goes back and then has this little like lightning, sideways lightning shape. Good. And then the mouth, you go diagonal back and then kind of a curved line over. And then a little jagged shape right there again. And I want this mouth to go back a little bit further, so I'm just gonna do that. All right, cool. So now we're gonna come up here, and this is more of a curved line, and then a bump, and another bump. And then a kind of diagonal line, but not quite diagonal, up. And then it comes to a point, and then it goes back just a little bit, and then it comes back out again and goes up. And then it comes down again and curves out like that. And then a diagonal line down. Another diagonal line down this way. And then the little curved line right here. And then it goes up and then swoops down, and then this meets up with that. Cool, that looks so good. All right, so we got our dragon face now.
Should we do the details first?
Yeah, let's do the nose. The way I've done the nose is kind of just this little squarish spiral. And then the eye goes right around this first bump. And leave a little highlight. We forgot that this connects right there and there. Okay. All right, that looks good. So now we're going to draw the neck. So it comes out in between right here, and it's just a curved swoop down, and then back over, and then it flattens out. Cool. And we're only going to do the back of the neck for now because we're going to lead it up into the wing. So we've got this line right here that goes up, and then it curves back, and then it comes forward, and then we've got a little claw type of thing right up there. And you want to keep that point nice, and then you come back, and then you swoop up higher, and then all the way back and down. Cool. And then, yeah, here's like another claw. You have another swoop. It kind of makes that shape though. And I'll make that claw come out a little more. Nice. This is looking so good.
Looks better.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so now we're gonna do another swoop over here, like that. It's just like a little lower than that one, perfect. And then come back up here a little bit because that's like a claw. And then you swoop up and then do down and up and then join it up right next to there. Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna draw the ridge. So you skip a little bit and then go up here and then over and up and over again. Perfect. All right, so now look over here. This is gonna meet up with that. So you can either start at the top or at the bottom, whichever is easier for you, but meet it up like that. And then it's gonna be skinny down here, and then it gets wider and wider, and then it curves back down and it meets up with this one. Bingo. Okay, and then same thing. It's skinny down here, and then it gets wider and wider, and then it curves back around, and this one's actually just gonna taper off.
Forgotten.
And then you can do some really thin little lines. Okay, so right around that little lightning bolt thing you did, and it's not quite as curved as the back. So watch this. You go down, and then you come out right here for the chest, and then swoop it down and over. I would go down a little bit further. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. And it's okay that that's there because there's gonna be like scales along there, so it'll all work out. All right. Okay, so the front back leg comes out kind of in between right there. So it's just kind of a diagonal line right there. And then it curves out and down, and then we have 3 claws. 1, 2, 3. And curves back and up, and then there's a back claw back here. And it goes behind. And then we've got 3 lines, or no, 2 lines inside of there with the toes. You already did that, good job.
His feet are a little big.
And then right below this one, in fact, I kind of went a little too far with that line, but that's okay because it'll be part of the scale. You come down and curve over, and then down to the claws. And we'll do 3 claws again. And then this line goes back, curves back, curves up. And then let me show the way we're going to do the scales to show that you can just blend that in. We're also going to do it over here. So how about you go ahead and draw yours? That's cool. So do the little lines for the scales. All right, so now his belly goes up and down pretty fast, and then it turns into a knee. And then you have these little wrinkle lines going down. And then you've got the toes again with the claws. 1 claw, 2, and 3. And then it curves back and up. to this point, and then it goes back up, leads to the back side, and disappears behind the wing. Yeah, just, no, you don't. It's okay. Yours is just a little further back, but it's okay. It can just disappear behind the wing there. Perfect. All right, and now there's a foot right in there. And we're gonna do a little curved line up and then down. Looks like, yeah. There, and then bring the foot forward and the claws again. Then the foot goes back. And this one shows this claw too. And then up. And we don't want to forget these lines. And like these lines too in the foot. All right, looking good. Now the tail. Okay, so from this little ridge on your back leg, right here, we're gonna come down, flatten it on the ground, and then curve it around, come up and over.
Didn't have as much room.
Okay. And then it's like a scorpion shaped tail. And you come back around, and then it's going to get thicker as it goes back to the body. Disappears behind the wing. Okay, so there's spikes on the back tail, and they just look like shark fins. And you want them to get smaller as they get lower. And they're eventually going to kind of disappear off right around here. Cute. All right, and then there's also some spikes right here. You just start right under that part of the head. And they curve down, and then they're going to change angles. They're going to go this way. Awesome. Okay, now we're missing the back wing. So the way we're going to do the back wing is similar to this one, but it just is kind of hiding behind. So we're going to curve up and down and then up. And then it just curves down. Awesome. And that's all you have to do with that back wing.
Wait.
And then, oh yeah, little ridge right there. Good job. And then we are gonna do this cool thing on the chest. They're kind of like V-shaped. Not quite. We need to go a little higher on this one, my bad. Okay, and then it kind of connects right here. That disappears behind that leg. Okay. So now, instead of doing scales all over every part of it, we're just going to do little patches of scales. And so just kind of randomly do some scales. And the way you do that is just U shape. Yeah. And only do it on this part.
Huh?
I meant like not on here. No, you're fine. You don't do it on the wings, but you can do it on the ridges of the wings. I think I'm also going to put a ridge right here.
Alrighty, now it is time to color. We are going to show our coloring in time lapse, and I'm using watercolors and my son is using markers. Just color it however you feel like. I think it's kind of fun to leave the wings a little bit translucent, and I use that with kind of pink colors. But color it how you want. And if you want to look off of our examples, you can just pause it right now.
All right, let's show our dragons. I love this little detail on yours. The little person running away from the dragon. That is awesome. Good job on your dragon. I love it. I love your colors that you chose. It's so vibrant and cool. Good job.
Thank you.
I'd love to see how yours turned out. Tag me at Sarah Hatch Art Studio on Instagram and then I can be able to see it. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our future videos, and we will see you later.
Bye.